Yo, what's up? This is your boy zahirtajzahir, and welcome to another episode of My Reality. Because this is just my reality. And what I wanted to discuss today is making mistakes and placing blames. I think they go hand in hand. A lot of times we make mistakes in life and we find every possible outlet to place the blame. So it seems less incumbent upon us to make changes or admit our faults. And I think that's a problem that a lot of us have and we need to work on. In order for us to grow in life, we have to be able to accept and take on the responsibilities of what we've done in any and every situation. The best way to do that is to try to take out of the equation other people, because as long as we have other people in the equation to try to place the blame on or some of the blame on, we're never going to do as much as we could do in any of those situations to better ourselves and to learn from those situations. I'd just like to take, for example, a pull from my life experiences when it comes to my job and certain things that were going on. I had to really reevaluate the situation that was going on and ask myself exactly what led up to all the things that happened that caused me to just have to make a dramatic change in what I was doing. And then I had to take everybody else out of the equation, regardless of what role they had to play in it. And I have to accept the fact that there were assumptions made. We like to assume we know what's best, and we like to assume that we know what can make things better, and we like to assume what other people are thinking, and we make a lot of assumptions in life and trying to get forward in life and our jobs and our relationships and things like that. And assumptions are big pitfalls in us to grow and to not make mistakes and for us to learn from those mistakes. So I made some assumptions along the way, and I had goals set in mind, and I was focused on these goals. But when your goals go against the goals of other people, there's a conflict there, and we have to be careful on setting those goals and making sure that they are achievable goals that are along the line of other people involved. Because if our goals are different from someone else's, we have that opportunity to blame someone else. So I'm pulling them completely out. Even though the conflict involved both of us, I'm going to focus on what's going on here and not place any blame on here, because I'll get a better understanding. I'll grow from this situation better if I place 100% of the blame on me. And a lot of you out there don't like to accept the blame for certain situations. And the only way you're going to learn and grow is to really accept the fact that you could be wrong. Accept the fact that at some point in time, the choices that you made in whatever situation is, you were wrong. We have to accept that and pull that blame away from other people. I know it's hard to do, but this is something that we have to do if we want to grow from any and every situation. Like I said in mine, I had to realize that the goals and the outlook that I had was in line with what was going on, but at the time that I was doing it may not have been in line with what they were trying to get accomplished. And I have to accept that, and I had to back down from that, and I had to learn from it. But it took me, and I try not to let the same mistakes happen over and over again, but it took me, I think it was 3 times, and then I realized, let me stop here. Let this be, because this is not going the way I wanted to do. I know from those 3 times the positive things that came from it, and I know the negative things that came from it, but it's still not going the way I want it to go, and I'm just going to stop on this right now. If it's meant for me to be a part in this process, God will present it to me again, and it will come up again, which it did. I'm able to take all those good experiences and reutilize them again in the near future, and I'm able to leave that bad stuff that just didn't work for me or the goal of other people's involved away and out of the equation. We have to sometimes just let things go and understand that we won't understand what's going on. But if you see a pattern, and a lot of people see patterns and don't even realize it, especially when it comes to relationships. I see so many folks in and out of relationships, in and out of relationships, in and out of relationships. People just don't know what they want. They need to know all these same things that come up where it's somebody else's fault. Take the blame. Say, okay, I'm going out here looking for the same type of people. you have this type of person that you like and you keep going after them, and life is telling you that's not the type of person for you, and we don't want to accept that because that's what we like. We just not gonna get what you like all the time, and we have to be able to accept that. The same thing with jobs. We go on these jobs thinking we're gonna just change some things and we're gonna be the best and we're gonna go above and beyond and we're gonna make changes and they're gonna love me for what I do. And sometimes we have to stop and say, okay, I'm doing way too much. It's not what they want. I'm going to have to just slow down and do what they want me to do. And if they ask for my creativity, if they ask for me to go above and beyond and to do extra stuff, then I'll do it. I look back on my situation at the job, and I realized they actually did ask me to do the things that I was doing, and they saw the ability there. And I had to realize that I need to stop forcing myself and stop pushing myself in all these other directions because I didn't get this ultimate vision completed that I saw. It wasn't a failure. It was a growth opportunity for me. It was the chance to realize this works, this doesn't work. They recognize this, they don't recognize this, but I do want them to recognize this, but for right now, this is enough. I'm pretty sure God will present it again once I've placed what I've learned now into effect, and I did. And don't really want to speak too much on the details of things, but it's working out for me. And that ability to stop blaming other people and to just go ahead and accept everything on my part made it a whole lot easier. Best thing to do is take any situation that you're going through and that you notice is being repeated, taking those situations and just 100% focusing on everything that you did. Everything that you did, not what someone else did, everything that you did, even that involved someone else. How did you let someone else get involved in this situation? What could you have done to not bring XYZ into this situation? There were still things that you did on your end, and you need to focus on those things. That would be pretty much an easier way for you to grow and learn from those situations, and it helps you to really understand and know when to place blame, because there are times when you actually have to do place blame. But when you focus 100% on you and you working on you, so much positivity comes from it other than the negativity of blaming someone. Because when you're blaming someone, you're not really working on you. You're focused on that someone, what they did wrong, what they should have did, what they could have did, instead of focusing on what you should have did and what you could have did. And now you have resentment towards someone, which does not add anything positive to your life, because now you just have resentment over here. When you could cross that out, work on you, grow from you, and then you have all this positivity put out there. Even though you're upset with this person, it's easier to let go of what that involvement is and was. But yeah, that's pretty much about it for me. Learn to accept responsibilities for you and your actions, and try in any and every situation not to place the blame on anyone else, but place the blame on yourself. Even if there are other situations and people involved, place the blame on yourself. And I promise you'll grow and be a better person from those situations. That's about it for now, and that's just my reality, and I hope you gain something out of this. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that other stuff. All of the links are in the description below for my social media. I'm out of here. Peace and boo.